Good morning from Shakahola in Kilifi County, and we have been here since yesterday. Today is the 5th day of the exhumation and rescue process of the survivors of the Shakahola massacre. And here with me as of now, the death toll right now currently stands at 73. 65 of those as of yesterday were exhumed. 8 of them were found in a thicket, already pronounced dead. As of yesterday, 29 had been rescued. Survivors had been rescued. As of this morning, 2 of them have been rescued. Just a couple of minutes ago, we have just witnessed the exhumation of 5 other bodies, and since morning 6 other bodies have been set aside since the process began in the morning. This is a very traumatic process for the people who are currently pitched camp here. There is a multi-agent unit that is here. We have journalists, we have human rights activists, we have the forensic experts, as well as the homicide detectives. We also have pathologists who are continuing with this process that I have said is in its 5th day today. I'm joined by Haki Africa Executive Director Hussein Hali, just to give us a picture from yesterday night till morning. How has the process been? Remember, Ben Troy, we are waiting the arrival of Interior Cabinet Secretary who will be arriving a few minutes from now to also oversee the whole process and give a direction as to how this investigation continues. Welcome, Hussein. This is a worrying. If I hadn't seen it myself, I wouldn't have believed it, and it is a very worrying state of affairs. Something that has been going on just right at the nose of everyone. Since yesterday, how many people have been rescued? How many did you find? Probably in a very worrying state. Just give us a quick update.
So you're correct. The figures you've given are very accurate. Yesterday we managed to rescue 6. This morning we have rescued 2 women. They have been put in the Haki Africa vehicle, being rushed to the hospital. The total number of those that have been rescued are around 29. But of course, as you can see, as the days go by, more are being rescued. In the team that is working with those that have been rescued, they have divided them into 2 groups. There's the one group that has agreed. Now they are eating and they are responding to the first aid that is being administered. And then we have another group that is totally refusing, any kind of help, saying they are in a state of worship and they should be allowed to meet their creator. So we are treating both very, very carefully. Those that are cooperating are the ones who are giving us more information of where the others are, and that is why we are appealing as Haki Africa that we need to double, triple the efforts in terms of rescuing. The bodies that are being exhumed, they will be there, and we are happy and glad that the exhumation is ongoing, but please let us put more efforts on the rescue efforts so that we can save lives.
I know you've been here since day one, and I have said again, if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. Yesterday, the IG was here and he spoke the fact that we should let bygones be bygones and focus on the matter at hand. But the question everybody is asking, where was the community policing unit that is expected to report such incidents? Also, where were the security apparatus here? I know we are expecting the CS here, but from the people you have interacted with, I know you interacted with the suspects as well as some of the victims who have been rescued. What are they saying?
I think that's a very good question, and we need to ask this question of everyone. As we all know, we have village elders, we have community policing, we have Nyumba Kumi, and we were told that in every part of the country, these organs are supposed to be operating. Yet this information was shared, but with no feedback. So what we are asking is that the government needs to critically analyze its structures. How is it that tens and tens of bodies would be buried and no one notices this? If it wasn't for the Malindi office, Haki Africa's Malindi office, to insist that this issue needs to be followed up, we we probably would be, continuing with this demonic practice, without being noticed. So I think that's a very good question, and the IG and the CS must ask that of their organs on the ground so that we make sure this does not happen again. We can't just allow this to go scrutinized, because if we do that, then we are allowing this to happen again. So lazima maswali yaulizwe.
We are continuing with the investigations, and just from our earlier brief, they are going to halt the process probably so that they can start the post-mortem results to see what led to the cause of death, if it was just starvation or there was another means. From your interaction, are there any speculations? Because right now there's rightly put as speculation. What could have happened and what could have led to this person's dying in this manner?
Yeah, June, you're right that the only confirmation we can get as to the cause of death is through the autopsy. But, we can already see from the bodies that have been exhumed. For example, there was a body that was intact, that did not look malnourished. It did not look like is an individual who had been fasting. So the question that people are asking is, was this one killed, or how did he meet his death? Because he looks fine. We have others that are being suspected to have broken limbs. Again, the question is what could have happened. But right now, that is only speculation. The only confirmation we'll be able to get once the autopsy is done, and we are able to tell from the pathologists what actually led to their deaths.
Finally, Hussein, just a clarion call to Kenyans, a wake-up call probably. What could be your message? Because religion is here with us. We are not refuting it. But in this manner, the president himself has declared it as a terrorist act. What could be your message to either preachers or the congregants who are following this religious group?
I think it is very clear now for everyone to see, June. We must regulate religious institutions. We can't have people just waking up one morning in the name of a calling, leading people to a suicide path. Mosques, churches, madrasas, synagogues, temples, Sunday schools, all these now need to be regulated. If we are regulating the matatu industry, if the media sector is regulated, if NGOs are regulated, why are we not regulating religious institutions? This is where terrorists are hiding, like Mackenzie. They are preaching radical ideologies. So we must have these institutions within a given framework where they can be monitored and their operations, checked to ensure they don't lead people on this dangerous path.
Thank you so much, Hussein. We are still in the thicket, the 800-acre thicket, where the self-pronounced Pastor Mackenzie conducted his operations here. He is believed to have closed shop in 2019 and come with his followers in this particular area so that they can continue a period of fasting. According to him, this was a moment where people were supposed to stop whatever they were doing and starve themselves to death. Now, the president has pronounced this as a radical manner of preaching and pronounced it as a terrorist, as this is a matter that is currently under investigations, and that is why, due to a court order, the exhumation process is currently ongoing. The rescue exercise also is taking place parallel to the exhumation process. The death toll is continuing. Right now, we have just seen what they have done. Right now, we saw a grave that is yet to be exhumed. The bodies are yet to be exhumed. So the death toll could increase by the day, and the numbers are shooting each and every day. This is a worrying state of affairs. We are expecting the Cabinet Secretary of Interior in any moment from now to also address this issue. There are critical questions being asked, and only him can give us guiding questions, answers as to what exactly could have transpired as the investigations continue here in Shakahola. So we are keeping abreast on what is taking place, and of course we will be keeping you abreast the whole day on what exactly is happening. We understand after today they might halt the process to start the post-mortem exercise to ascertain what could have been the possible cause of death. Then they can continue. There's so many mass graves. We have taken a look around. There are so many shallow graves they are yet to exhume. So this is a very traumatic experience for the people who are here, but there is a multi-agency team that is here providing all the psychosocial support that is needed, and of course any support and any help that is here. So we are keeping abreast, and we'll be giving you more details as the time goes, as the days unfold, as we await the arrival of the Cabinet Secretary for Interior to arrive any moment from now.